Hello everybody, Big G here and welcome back, episode 8 of Let's Survive Rimworld series. Now, from where we left off, we're up to 6 colonists now. Last time we recruited the organ farm Mauro. So of course, if you would like to be Mauro, just let me know below, or as soon as possible, and of course I will happily put him in the game for you. So this guy is a good shot. Basically, we saw the shard scatterer that we got him to have last year. Last year? Oh, I forgot, it's ambitious, isn't it, already? Uh, yeah, he's got a good weapon, basically, and he will be doing some damage with that, so that's good to see. I think he could be particularly dangerous against groups of enemies or large people. I mean, he absolutely destroyed this Torreton, along with the shard scatterer, so we seem to be quite a sort of burst weapon orientated colony at the moment. We seem to be vulnerable at range. We've only got the Mozan, which is in the hands of an utter incompetent poop. Yeah, so, you know, we'll just have to deal with that, I suppose. So, I was thinking this episode it might be quite good fun to see if we can actually get a comms console set up, as well as perhaps research a deity for us to research. Of course, I should say, it's well open as to who you want me to worship. I'm pretty easy, I don't really care either way. Who we worship, and I'd like to just to be someone who's fun and interesting. You guys like the sound of. Cthulhu may well be the one, to be honest. But you know, let me know. I'm very happy to do whatever you want me to. So, we fought off the crystals last time round. Estes is recovering from my rather poor attempt at taking on a Thrumbo, but we're all still alive. We haven't asked a single colonist except for Big G yet, which I wouldn't have predicted, to be honest. I thought the storyteller might send more raids than this, to be honest. He's sent some slaves against us relatively recently, and we fought off some crystals that I sent, but obviously we're still expecting bigger raids, more raids. Haven't seen anything from the Cult of Cthulhu mod, and I can tell you for a fact that they are dangerous. You quite often fight deep ones, I think is the word for them. They're like little lizard men. Well, not little, they're bloody massive lizard men. And they come along and they eat all your colonists. You also fight Mygo as well, or Migo. They're horrible. They're like fungoid animals. Oh, they're so horrible. They move so quickly, and they have a ranged weapon as well. And yeah, you don't want to fight them. Trust me, you really don't. But they move quite quick. Mauro hasn't got a bed, so I think we'll see if we can get a dorm set up. I don't like it being there. I wanted this to be a prisoner room actually, but I realise in hindsight that might not be possible. How big have I made these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 by 7, 3 by 7 even. So we'll do those just so we know they're going to be there in the future. And, well, why not? We'll get some actual mining done, shall we? My people are pretty on top of everything at the moment. If we just get a bit more room mined out, we'll have... Well, the thing about these rooms is they're capable... You notice I probably built the table for 2 people. I'm probably going to make them into 2-person cells at some point. So then we can have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 colonists, prisoners at any one point, which we probably will need. Obviously, I'm still planning on keeping as few prisoners as possible to a cell, but if I ever need to take more, I think I could squeeze them in, to be honest. But obviously, the more refined their cells are, the happier they are, which means they're recruited more easily. I mean, their cells at the moment are pretty basic. I mean, they'll be quite happy with the furniture they've got now because it's all pretty good actually. But I mean, generally, there's no beauty in it, so that's no good. So we've got a comms console set up now. I just now need the comms beacon. So I don't know what I want to be my principal's trading stockpile. Well, this is my biggest one here. So if I take out that segment there, and oh, yeah, I'll try and put it somewhere like this, and then of course I can. I realise you can't see my cursor. I'm pointing at things all the time that you can't see. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll use this, and I'll try and create a stockpile out here. I might have to erect like a structural post or something over there, but who cares? We'll figure it out. We've got some quite good weapons. We've got a battle axe. I completely forgot about that. And a boar spear as well. So I mean, the spears aren't bad, and the axe is good. And of course we have got the nuclear weapon, which I feel I should probably move inside the colony. because of course I do actually want us to use it. So what I'm going to do is add a critical priority for artifacts. Oh, I've done it already. Look at that. I'm more organised than I thought, but it's obviously never actually reassigned the priorities to get it hauled. But yeah, if we get that moved inside, then if anything happens and the enemies are at the door and they're beating down the gates and everything, then we can use that to send one of them insane and I'll have to fight him. I'm hoping if they're someone sufficiently strong that we can send them mad. Animals are often quite good to target because lots of them bring along dangerous animals with them and stuff like that. So if I can send one of them crazy, that would be good because I'll just have to bother fighting. I don't like the fact that we're still just giving people raw meat, and I've just figured out why. It's because I forgot to set up a meal list. Oh dear, very bad. So we'll set the minimum skill for now to be 4. We'll allow all meat. Obviously, human meat is what we're going to live off here. And I'd like a minimum stockpile of, say, 25. We'll go for 40, I think. But we'll set our minimum stock to 25. That should keep our cooks pretty busy. I mean, we've got quite a nice stockpile of food, and we're getting through some of the resources as well. I'm so sorry, Whitman. I did want you to actually have to have some proper food. I promise you, I do. It's frozen slightly. I have learned that generally means that means a raid is on the way because it's of course spawning in people and deciding what they should be. Some more slaves. Last slave raid was pretty anticlimactic. I don't think they've got a slave rifle. These are all 3D printed weapons. So that's a rifle, as you can tell. We've got a few bombers, quite a few bombers. A guy with this pistol. Well, 2 people with a pistol and a guy with a melee weapon. I feel like we should be able to fight this off. All our turrets are back up online already, which is good news. With Mauro in position, we should definitely. I feel quite confident in our ability to take these guys on. No, I think I want Rising to stand there and Eckhart can stand here. Yeah, here. That'll be fine. I don't know whether they're coming in immediately or not. I always just try to get my people in positions immediately. I should get some defensive positions set up, but at the moment I haven't. So here we go. They're coming in. Yeah, he's not going to get anywhere. Oh, yeah, that was very much anti the odds. Now, the bombers have to go down, as far as I'm concerned, because if they breach the wall, then we will have problems here. And the guy to the top is getting through. Oh, they're running away. Now, the slaves here weirdly seem to have spawned about an overseer, and I don't see any reason why they would choose by their own, volition to go and attack us. It seems pretty nonsensical. I mean, the slaves, in my experience, are very easy to recruit. Oh God, Estes, go and get him. Because of course they live such a terrible life that all they want to do is get out of it. So they're very happy to be recruited by you in general. It's ironic, really, that I've just started working on my new my new cells as such. I even put in some places for some stools for additional people to eat. I won't pull them a bed at the moment. I don't feel like we need it. I'm not going to send Eckhart out there to get them because, of course, she is injured and she's going to be slow. So we'll get those. Riesling and Estes are going to go and capture our slaves. And I suppose it will be, we'll see from their character once we've got them inside, whether we want to keep them as slaves or we want to, I don't know. What are we going to do with them? Well, do we want them? Do we want them as colonists, or would you want them as a suicide bomber, or do we want them as organs? It's a very difficult choice for us to make, but I haven't decided yet. But anyway, so we have got 3 prisoners now. Of course, I think Kenny will be quite easy to recruit, so that should be okay. Whitman is still resisting. I don't know why that's happening. I mean, we're obviously the best colony ever. I don't know whether the quality of the door affects the rate at which they decide to go on a cell break, jailbreak or whatever it is. So that's why I've just elected to build those quite hard. So she is quite badly hurt. So I'm going to get Mauro in there. Yeah, he's doing it already. That's good news. One of the other ones is being butchered. Imagine that, you're being healed whilst hearing one of your friends being butchered in the other room. I will get Kenny, so we'll get Fab to attend to Kenny. Of course, he's in a slightly better shape. So we've got a 23-year-old male who is health-wise is okay, except for the injuries we've caused, of course. And Anna is a 18-year-old female. So this is keeping up the tradition of our colony being very young at the moment. I think we've got very few colonists over the age of 30. In fact, I don't know if we really have any apart from Eckhart. So again, they, as I said, are very easy to recruit, so we'll try and recruit them. Right, so Kenny, Haoshen Wang. So he was an Rimworld urchin. So he grew up in the dark, and then he was a medieval minstrel. So this fills quite well into the sort of slave storyline. He was obviously working in the underworlds of some very rich planet somewhere. He got picked up by someone, forced into a life of maybe sold into a medieval court as a minstrel. He's athletic, so that means he moves quickly. Also that's very good actually. So he takes less time to aim. He's more accurate when he shoots. And he has higher work speed, higher move speed. Fantastic. A small frame though, so unfortunately his melee is weaker, as is his carrying capacity. But he's moving. His moving is faster. Okay, so he could be good. He can't cook, construct, grow, or mine, or craft. That's a problem. That is undoubtedly a problem. He has some interest for research. I don't know where he's got that from in his life as a slave, but evidently he has got some. And he can melee and he can shoot, so he'd be an asset there. I don't know, to be honest. Now, here's Anna. She's 18. She was a blessed child. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Yeah, so she was born into a spiritual group, essentially, and then a slave. I don't know how that happened. She was an amateur haggler, so she's got slightly better trade prices, and she's athletic as well. So slaves, physically, very good. She's got good animals, which is pointless. Good, well, passionate for cooking, passionate for mining and art. She is actually very well rounded. I feel like Anna is definitely going to be an asset, particularly at the age of 18. She'll be with us for quite a while. So we've got smithing up now. So that means we can melt down some of the weapons and materials we don't want. I am going to go for study successful cults because it would be nice to get that set up really. Yeah, so as I said, it would be quite nice to research a god. I didn't say that. I said lots of other words which were meant to mean that, but I didn't actually say them. So I will try and recruit Kenny. I think Kenny could be destined for a life as a well, I might give him the battle axe and just absolutely have him go like to ham on some raid sometime. But yeah, no, he's not that fantastic to be honest. It'd be quite nice also if I could get a dorm set up. So I'm going to set that up here, just maybe a 4x7 or maybe a 4x8 dorm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beds, so we can sort of fit in there. But I might try and alternate them. I don't know. I might need a bit more room for that. We'll do. Yes, that's what we'll do. So that would be around for quite a lot more beds to be had in that room. Would be good. As you can tell, I'm trying to... Oh, I haven't got any lights. Lights would be good, wouldn't they? They'll be under furniture, surely. Yeah. Standing lamp. We'll get one set up in here. And we'll get one set up in here. One in the dining room. One in the trade sort of production room. And we'll get one in the current bedroom. It'd be quite nice to use, I suppose, torches or something spooky in the... in the shrine. Sorry, like one of those words. One of the words. We're on. Oh, so it's a mad animal. That's all right. For a minute, I thought it was going to be. It's a dromedary. Yeah, this isn't going to get very far. It's just not. I might not even bother sending someone out to fight it. But if I get Mauro out there, has he got a passion for shooting? Yes, he has, and he's up to 9 already. Wow, that's good because I don't think he was that far up. But yes, he's interested in shooting. He prefers melee, but he likes to have a shot still. He's still interested in it. Oh, that gun is going to be quite dangerous, I think. And then we'll just get someone to hunt it later. Dromedary, poor 17-year-old dromedary. So it's quite old for a horse, really. Actually, I don't know how long horses live. Come to think about it, it's not something I've ever had to really look into at all. There are lots of stables where I work up in Horsham. Oh my god, it's like Stable City up there. It's one of the things I find that I least like about my job is the affluence of the area. It is, oh my god, some very affluent to say the least. Right, so we got some lights going. That's always nice. And then of course I'll get a power line running up each corridor like this. You can build corridors wider than this, as you can see here. I've been building them too. That's so I obviously have an opportunity to build embrasures. I think if they're this far into the colony, I might already be screwed. It's quite nice to have these on the main corridor, but I don't know if I really want that on all of them. But if I do at a later date have to get them, then I will. So I can set this to be for prisoners, I think. Yeah, I can. That's good. And then if we move Anna out, can I get her a table as well? I think we probably can. This feels so out of place. This is why I don't like the different coloured stools. Have I done this differently? No, I've just done it. Oh, I see. I've done it. I see what's happening here. That's what I want to happen. I can't even build a slate one anymore, so it's going to have to be a marble one. I can build a crystal one because I actually have crystals now from the crystal people that I slaughtered. You can use them as a building resource, which I absolutely love. It's lightweight and hard crystalline material, but not very resilient. So I mean, I don't really know what that means in the grand scheme of things, but yes. So I can build things out of the bones of my enemies. Now, bones, that's something I'd like to see in this game as well. Bone weapons and bone structures. Just how cool would that be? Ah, so the occult has formed. What shall we call it? The Order of Yig. I don't like that name, but I don't know what I want to call it really. Maybe I should go for the Venerable Society for Brexit. There we go. That's a cult of some description. I don't know, let me know. Ah, so we've got a dealer, a art dealer of elder things. Now these are not supposed to be friendly in general, although I see Fifi. Is that Fifi? It looks like it. Fifi and Iquili, Jequili, a hypno-novelist and a xeno-marine botanist. They're quite clever. They're also very old. Look how old they are. 1864 and 883. Wow. So we've got an some elder things. Now these were what I was considering playing as, because of course they fit very well into the sort of cultist evil mentality. These are from the Cult of Cthulhu mod. You can play as these, and they look so weird. They sort of look like I don't know. You know those things you see on the bottom of the sea, and they have like they're near like volcanic vents and stuff. I think that's what they look like. If you gave them wings, that's what they look like. But they're here to trade with us, so we should have a look what they are willing to sell us. Who is our socialite? It is negotiation is most definitely going to be Eckhart. Yeah, 9. That's not bad actually. So well, she's also in charge, so it sort of makes sense. Cultist joins. Oh, what's happened here? Someone's got wind of it. The Daily Mail has published something, and is a bartender obsessed with joining your new cult. That sounds very appropriate for our cult. He's got a pole hook, which is what you hook meat up on. Can you do anything? Wow, you can socialise. Oh my god. He was as a child he was a shopkeeper, and as an adult he was a bartender. He's perfect for us, really. And he is, of course, not a warrior in training, mind you, which all shopkeepers should be, in my opinion. He's a green thumb. He's a night owl again, so he'll get the same schedule as Mauru. It means we'll get stuff done at night as well, which is quite nice. I've lost him. Where's he gone? he is also a psychopath, so he has no empathy or consideration for the suffering of others. So he is absolutely 100% going to fit into this colony. That's fantastic. He can sort of research. He can definitely socialize. Can sort of melee and shoot. He can cook, and he will become quite good at gardening because he's a green thumb. So, oh no, actually, that's not the trait I thought it was. But he gets a mood bonus for every plant he sows, which is totally irrelevant anyway. But we'll get him in here. What's he carrying? So he's carrying a pole hook. No good. He's coming in with power armor. Wow. He's got makeshift power armor. I mean, it is okay armor-wise. It's not fantastic, but oh my god, that's quite good. And a poor toque. So here we've got to sell. Uh, right. So I don't know if this is picking up everything that we have got. No, they just don't want to buy it off us. That's right. I can't really afford any of this stuff that I want to be able to buy. Their components are quite cheap. That's not a bad price for components, so I might actually sell them those in exchange for the Thrumbo fur, which I won't use very much. The Thrumbo horn, will I use it? No, I won't. The God King. Sorry, I think my phone is going in the background. I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah, I'll get back to it later. Sorry about that. That is the kind of graduate reserved only for the glittery posteriors. Oh, fantastic. No, I don't understand the point of that. I don't think it really serves any purpose. Nor does anything here really. I know the laser gun is quite a good weapon, but you can't use it. Oh, my phone. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to say it's cool. It's my mum. So I'll end this episode here, and thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next part. Bye.